Hey everybody, Misty Reggie here, and let's watch a death battle! Green Arrow versus Hawkeye! Gah! Anyway, who do I think is going to win? Now look, I actually have something really important to do later, so I really have to speed through this quickly, so this is probably going to be a lot shorter than usual. Okay, so I think Hawkeye is going to win. I have nothing against Green Arrow. Look, I actually like Green Arrow more than I know Hawkeye, because I know a lot more about Green Arrow than Hawkeye. I didn't watch the CAW Arrow. I only watched the Justice League, and the episodes are mainly focused on Green Arrow, because Green Arrow is kind of a cool guy. And don't get me wrong, like, he is really a cool guy, and I know he has really absurd accuracy with his arrow. Like, I remember one time when there was this Batman movie and Green Arrow was there, he lost his arm, yet he still fired completely fine against, in that time, in Superman. And yeah, it's very absurd how good he is with that bow and arrow, but I want to say that Hawkeye has more experience because he was training ever since he was in the circus, and circus are required to do very absurd things too. So for standards on the circus and the fact that he was training at such a young age, I kind of do believe he has more experience. Now the different kinds of rope darts, like the rope darts that we've seen can go against, oh god, my hair, no way. Yeah, let's put it down. Anyway, the arrows can go up against the Hulk, and that's extremely strong. I've never really seen a specific arrow go against Superman, or even keep Superman down long enough. I've never really seen much about Green Arrow's arsenal, nor have I really seen either of these two fight because I haven't read their comics, unfortunately, so I don't know too much going into this. Holy shit, this is gonna be long. Anyway, without further ado, let's watch! Yes, alright, let's go.
What happens when you give ex-AAA game developers Lenovo Y-Series computers? They create an all-new first and third-person tower defense game with you! That's right, Lenovo and Dark Rift are letting you help create a game.
Cool!
Your first mission is to click the link in the description and head to LenovoGameState.com. Sign up and leave comments on the tile Mission 1, good guys, bad guys, and the weapons.
Commenting will unlock badges and rank you up on the leaderboard.
Actually, that sounds like fun.
Check back for the Game State update and see if your comment is featured.
Awesome, I will try that. I'll actually do it.
Spread the word on social media with that.
No, fuck that! I want to get mine in there! No way I'm not gonna let anyone else get in there before me. Oh cool, it's actually the same thing as mine! The same kind of, like, the brand of my laptop. It's the same! Holy shit!
Since its creation in the Stone Age, the bow and arrow forever revolutionized hunting and warfare.
But these two archers have honed their bow skills to a degree of pure artistry.
Green Arrow, the Emerald Archer of Star City.
And Hawkeye, purple-clad trick shooter of the Avengers. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their
weapons. You know, now that I think about it, Green Arrow actually defends an entire...
a death battle.
Oh, cool. Robin Hood, yeah. You know, now that I think about it, Green Arrow actually defends an entire city, while Hawkeye has help from all his friends, so there's that.
Outlaw named Oliver Queen. What, you think I meant Robin Hood? Come on.
Oliver was the son of Robert and Moira Queen, billionaire owners of the weapons and technology development company Queen Industries in Star City. Oliver was on track to inherit the family business and fortune, but it all ended up coming much sooner than anybody expected.
While on safari,
makes chili so
apparently just do all the time, Oliver's parents were murdered by lions. No, I'm not kidding, but hey, Mom got off a wicked headshot before she went out.
The family fortune were now in Oliver's hands. However, desperate to forget the horrible trauma of his parents' death by lions, he turned to a lifestyle of booze and debauchery.
You know, if this was like a Batman, he would have called himself like the Iron Man.
So hard that he fell off his private yacht. Hate when that happens. Eventually, he washed up onto the shore.
No, he probably, like, if it was like Batman,
desperate to
it'd probably be like, he'd be like, Lion Man.
Resort to the archery
something like
training
that.
Taught to him by his late father. He assembled a makeshift bow and, over time, gained an uncanny accuracy with the weapon. With each successful kill, Oliver's self-reliance grew, transforming the once irresponsible playboy into a capable survivor.
And just in time! Turns out this island was home to a massive drug smuggling operation. How he didn't find them earlier is beyond me, but whatever.
With nothing but his hunter's instincts and some newly improvised trick arrows, Oliver brought down the dealers, radioed in a rescue, and returned to Star City a new man. With a newfound
I really want to watch this series, by the way. I really do.
No longer waste his talents and use them to protect the innocent. To do this, he would have to become someone else. Something else. he became
The Green Arrow. Oh, I love this part. I love this part. I love that guy so much.
True to his namesake, the Green Arrow favors a bow over anything else. And while that may sound like it puts him at a disadvantage, he's developed trick arrows for every situation. And I do mean every situation.
He carries tear gas arrows, grappling hook arrows, flashbang arrows, even arrows filled with acid.
Is that the one for the Grateful Dead concerts?
No, corrosive acid. It burns through things.
He also has boomerang arrows, along with diamond-tipped arrows to pierce just about anything, explosive arrows ranging from small blasts to an atomic warhead, and the boxing glove arrow.
Silly as it may appear, Oliver only kills when it's absolutely necessary. So delivering a long-range punch to the face makes some sense. At least more so than many of the other trick arrows in his quiver, like the donut arrow,
What?
a weapon designed to feed children.
What?
It's dangerous and delicious.
Green Arrow likes to come to a fight prepared, and his expertise extends beyond just the use of a bow. He has extensive training in assassination and martial arts under some of the best teachers around, including Natas, the man who turned Deathstroke into one of the deadliest mercenaries in the world.
Green Arrow became such a skilled fighter that he was voted into the Justice League, saving the world alongside the likes of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Black Canary, a smoking hot blonde who he took a liking to. Don't mind saving a few more things with her.
Are we dead yet? No. Are we dead yet?
Being a part of the Justice League has pit Green Arrow against foes powerful enough to be called gods, and somehow he not only survives, but he's fast enough to fire 29 arrows in 1 minute. His accuracy is so
Sorry, that's
on
not he
point.
fell
He is
down.
able to shoot water dripping from a faucet at 30 feet away and split a grape balanced on a man's head.
He'll do whatever it takes to get the job done, like shooting a girl's hand to keep her from falling, or torture. There's no way around it. He tortures people. But it's for the greater good.
Oh,
Of course, but even with all his trick arrows, his quiver does have limited space, and he prefers to keep his armor minimal, focusing instead on offense over defense.
But hey, he's not all arrows and killing. Eventually, he and Black Canary got together and started up a flower shop called Sherwood Florist. As an expert on puns, 10 out of 10, Ollie.
1 arrow each.
I accept your challenge on 3.
let's go to Pyre.
1,
2.
3.
Awesome! Awesome! I actually want to change my mind a little
A
bit.
hero can come from anywhere, from the streets of New York, the depths of space, or a tiny rural home in Iowa.
But growing up in the middle of nowhere wasn't easy for 13-year-old Clint Barton. Turns out his dad had some bad habits, like being an alcoholic or beating the shit out of his sons, Clint and Barney.
After years of abuse, Clint longed to fight back and defend his family from his violent father.
Obviously, a bit too much to ask of a 13-year-old child. Luckily enough, his dad's car did the job for him, along with a big tree. Remember, kids, drinking and driving is not okay. I mean, do you want this to be you? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't do it anyway, so I'm safe.
DWI, Clint and Barney had a second chance at a family and were adopted by a new dad, who was just as bad as the first.
Aww.
Maybe even more. Dad number 2 tried to run him down with his car.
Until
Why?
they were rescued by
No, like,
circus
what?
performers Jacques and Buck, who took them under their wing and into the Carson Carnival of Traveling Wonders.
What about his mother, though?
These guys
His
saw
mother
the
died too?
potential in Clint's natural bow and arrow talent and began his archery training. Clint's skill rose rapidly, and he soon took the stage as Hawkeye, the trick shooter.
In only 1 year, Hawkeye became a master of his craft. But a rift formed between teacher and student when he discovered Jacques was stealing money from the circus and training his brother Barney to be a thief.
Turns out the 2 heroes who rescued them were actually supervillains.
Alright.
What's with these kids' luck? Did they like open an umbrella inside which scared the black cat to dart under a ladder which fell and reflecting the sun's rays and burned down a field
Sorry, I'm
of
a little
early
sick.
clovers?
No, that happened to Nick.
What? What?
Anyway, Clint hated the idea of working for a couple of D-bags and ran away. Lucky for him, all it took to find a new calling in life was to see Iron Man soaring overhead. Another alcoholic father figure, but in the fun way.
Inspired to use his talents to fight criminals just like the Iron Avenger, Clint took up his old stage name, donned his circus costume once more, and crafted a wide assortment of multi-use trick arrows.
Tick, tick, boom.
Tick tick boom.
Hawkeye's
That's
fire
awesome.
arrows cover foes in glue. His acid arrows can melt through steel. He can scale buildings with suction-tipped arrows. His adamantium arrows are tipped in nearly indestructible metal. Hell, one of his arrows is a 30-megaton bomb.
He also carries PIM particle trick arrows. PIM particles shrink or enlarge objects via shifting matter between dimensions. They take their name from Ant-Man.
Hawkeye uses this dimensional wizardry to shoot an arrow which is literally full of a...
With his quiver loaded full of impossibility, Hawkeye took to the city to begin his crusade against injustice. But on his first outing, while trying to return some stolen jewels, the police mistook him for a thief. And it really didn't help that he fled the scene with then infamous criminal Black Widow.
Well, he knew better, but if there's one thing Hawkeye does when he's conflicted, it's not ask questions and follow where the old shaft takes you. And no, I'm not talking about a trick arrow. So he helped Black Widow until one of their shenanigans resulted in her apparent death. Believing he was free from the grip of the succubus, he remembered that crime is bad and went to join the Avengers.
Not just the Avengers. Over the years, Hawkeye's lent his bow to other super teams such as the Thunderbolts and the Defenders.
Avengers, Defenders, Thunderbolts. I make any team better.
In the midst of highly advanced armor, rage-fueled monsters, and gods from other dimensions, you'd think a simple archer would be of little use. But Hawkeye's feats prove he is anything but simple.
Hawkeye can shoot 4 incoming arrows out of the sky at once, shatter the bow of a distant archer with a single shot, and string his whole bow and fire an arrow in less than a second. Plus, his aim is so good he'll hit bullseyes when he's strapped to what I like to call Satan's carousel.
But he is more than just an archer. After grueling training under Captain America, Clint temporarily set aside the Hawkeye suit to become the Samurai Ronin. The result even impressed Iron Fist, one of the greatest martial artists in the world.
And for a supposedly normal human, he's surprisingly tough. He's shaken off falls from several stories, fought in battles with cracked ribs, and managed to not die from this.
Luckily for Hawkeye, a kid with a Ghostbusters 2 shirt found him and alerted the paramedics. And he made a complete recovery within 6 weeks.
Who you gonna call? The hospital, kid! Quick! Holy shit! That was like 100 bullets! Bleeding everywhere!
A reminder that even a seasoned Avenger isn't always bulletproof. But after this, Hawkeye's buddy Tony Stark upgraded his outfit to include some chainmail. So that's handy.
But it can't cover everything. Plus, Hawkeye can only carry so many trick arrows at once, and has to make every shot count. Also, he's kind of hard of hearing, but you would be too if a psychopath hid behind a door and jammed 2 arrows in your ear. But Tony also made him some kick-ass hearing aids. Though if they get damaged, he'd lose about 80% of his hearing.
Still, as an Avenger, Defender, and so much more, Hawkeye has accomplished a lot for a circus performer from Iowa.
Okay, look, the city is flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense. But I'm going back out there because it's my job. If you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Cool.
All right, the combatants are...
All right, I'm gonna stick with Hawkeye, okay, everyone?
Once and for all.
But first, I need to conquer all of your lands.
What? Oh, it's that stupid game they're advertising still.
Thousands of other clans.
I'm not interested in this game.
Conquer kingdoms and villages in Clash of Kings: Last Empire. A new RTS RPG
Alright.
multiplayer war game that pits your army against friends and enemies all over the world.
Create your empire by building massive cities and conquering the lands of your enemies, or even your friends.
Or build a strong alliance with other players and work together to take down people like Boomstick.
I know the bigger I build my city, the more enemies I create, but there's no need to be jealous.
Are you ready to stand as your town's leader? Start building your empire and lead your army into epic multiplayer strategy battles today in Clash of Kings: Last Empire.
Clash of Kings: Last Empire is currently available on the iTunes App Store and
I'm more interested in the one you're advertising in the first one.
To conquering. But first, it's time for a death
battle! Alright, let's take a look. Oh, that's Sly Cooper music! I know that! What's... He's gonna be in the door, is he? Oh. Well, that music's awesome. Fight!
Yes, I can dodge and shoot at the same time.
Not today, sweetheart. You're gonna try to out-archer me? This is how it's done!
Oh boy.
Something about this is really not right.
What is that? Oh, right. Hey, at least on the plus side, he gets more arrows, right? No, just more close range con. Sorry, I kind of find that funny.
Lucky shot, punk.
You gonna fire? Is anyone gonna get agony? Oh, okay, we got some shots. Okay.
This takes real skill, you know. World's greatest marksman, at your service.
What?
You should hear the boxing glove arrow when it hits. It makes this kind of sound. I gotta record it and make it my ringtone.
Wait, what?
Aww.
You remind me of my circus days, clown.
Whoa!
One little arrow, one big boom. I like not getting blown up.
Man, that sounds like an orphanage or something?
You're not brash if you can back it up.
Oh.
You look like you're under a lot of stress. I recommend acupuncture, Green Arrow style.
What is that one? Oh, is that the diamond one? Is this the adamantium one? All the way! Oh, I'm sorry, Green Arrow.
Ha! Eat your heart out, Robin Hood.
Oh, that's a headache.
Shot for shot, arrow for arrow, Green Arrow and Hawkeye are a well-made match, making this an extremely close fight.
Green Arrow has pulled off some ridiculous shots, but when Hawkeye is at his best, it's nearly impossible for any mortal man to hit him. We're talking about a guy who catches arrows in his bare hands, even when he's been blinded.
Both archers wield impressive bows, too. An average bow needs as much as 80 pounds of force to pull. Green Arrow's has an impressive draw weight of 125 pounds. However, Hawkeye's is double that at 250 pounds. This is the same bow he can fire at near machine gun speeds.
Wow.
Even at a faster rate than Green Arrow, while wearing chainmail.
Oliver may have had an arrow for just about any situation, but he didn't have one for making him faster, stronger, and tougher than Hawkeye. Looks like Green Arrow got shafted.
The winner is Hawkeye.
Alright, win again, bitches! Okay, I'm sorry.
Next time on Death Battle.
Okay, is this the season finale? No! Not the fucking silence! Oh! It's Pokemon! I thought that was Sailor Moon for a sec. So it's Pokemon! Charizard again? Digimon? Wait, what? Red against this kid? Is it? there Mewtwo and, like... Alright, so it's Charizard versus this guy? Okay, Charizard's coming back. Should be cool, I guess?
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Ben, I play Wiz, and this is Jocelyn. I don't know where Boom's is. But anyway, next time on Death Battle, the season finale, it's Pokemon versus Digimon. Finally doing it. It's gonna be
hey guys, you were wrong!
You can watch all the other Death Battles, all 50 of them, or more than that, by going to our Death Battle playlist. Or you can even watch our spin-off show, Desk of Death Battle. The latest one was about how Batman wielded dual guns and fought dinosaurs. Who knew? And you can also keep up to date with
so Digimon versus Pokemon again, so Charizard again.
Official SA and following us there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
You're welcome.
Thanks again to Lenovo for help making this death battle possible. Make sure you head to LenovoGameState.com.
I will do that. Alright everyone, that was the death battle, and yeah, I'm right again. Again, I don't want to say I really knew, but I'm just going to say that I mean, like, there was a bunch of information I didn't know, and I feel bad for Green Arrow. I mean, I like the guy, but again, I'm gonna admit, they're both similar in very ways, but again, I went for Hawkeye, I guess. It's kinda cool though. Yeah. So yeah, the season finale, and look, about that freak out that just happened, look, I have a problem. Like, I do not like Sailor Moon at all. And I have it's a kid, like, as a kid sort of thing. Like, I can explain that as a kid if they ever do bring Sailor Moon into this. And trust me, I get the idea they might. They might. Anyway, I'm just gonna cast that aside. Anyway, Pokemon vs. Digimon. Okay, that's gonna be cool. Anyway then. Should have said this from the beginning. Click here to see the official release. So that's the season finale, Pokemon vs. Digimon. That's gonna be cool then. I'm not gonna say who I think is going to win, but anyway though, hit that like and subscribe button. Just because I like me.